evening, everyone. I am your Dungeon Master, and we are here tonight with Lost Without a Trace, and with Scorched Ace 97, and with Ari Cypress Everly, and with Greyman Gaming, and with Morden. Greyman's picture looks a little weird. Let me see if I can fix that.
I mean, it's a picture of Greyman.
Yeah, but it's like super zoomed in.
Greyman looks a bit weird, so.
I mean, there is that.
At least he's getting some of his facial hair back this week.
Yay! Congratulations, Gray.
Yeah,
Days since Gray last burnt off his beard.
Hey, Gray, I'd tell you that you could have mine, but you wouldn't get any real facial hair for the next 10 years.
Yeah. See that there? He's been working on that since before COVID.
Yeah, this is, 2 weeks now?
I don't even want to tell you how long for this one.
Gray, can you angle your camera down just a scotch? If not, it's fine. That's perfect. Thank you, sir.
There we go.
That's what we were looking for.
That's much better.
So now
you're not cut off.
There you go.
You're
Quit
so
changing your character's height. This isn't the right campaign for that.
You know, I actually got to sit there and look at it now and see who has the largest height change.
Wow, if it's not even guaranteed to be me, there's going to be some weird stuff going on.
Nope, it is not guaranteed to be you.
I thought it was guaranteed to be me. Anyway.
Oh, you meant in your campaign. I was like, wait, why are we changing heights?
Anyway, when last we met...
we were all collectively about to yell at Cass.
Yeah, Cassidius was sitting on the floor for 5 hours trying to identify an entire closet full of magic items. And...
had a brilliant plan.
Had a brilliant plan. And we had just had a conversation with the head of the Sons of the Dragon. A gentleman named Bryn Kinwin Epdregdu.
Yep, Brinny boy.
Yes.
Brinny.
So, I mean,
sorry, I couldn't help it from a book series that I know.
I think everybody should probably be over here.
Yes, because that's where the conversation happened, and we kind of dragged Cassidius into this room. Because I'm pretty sure Cassidius was perfectly willing to have all of the enchanting stuff being done inside the secret closet that could potentially close on him. And him have no way to get out of it.
If it closes, it closes.
So...
Yeah, it'll only be a couple hours later and maybe some potential... lack of air problems.
I believe we were about 10 o'clock at night. And I believe we were about halfway through the magic items list.
Yes.
And all of the visitors have left. So it is
as far
now,
as we know.
As far as you know. So it is now up to the players to decide what they're going to do next.
I was back to finishing identifying.
Yes, you are.
Yes. At this point, Twiggy's like, I've got things to do. I can't stay around here all night. I got tomorrow, big day, big body day. Going to go and do things. Don't bother me. Going to the kitchen. Even if people come over, I'm not cooking for today anymore. I'm cooking for tomorrow. Going to the kitchen. Twiggy just in a huff, just off to the kitchen, and you hear spoons and pots and pans. Pots you didn't know we had somehow. Still, like, you look in the room, you don't see a lot of metal pots. It's mostly just like this cast iron No, metal pots for some reason are everywhere, and you have no idea where they came from.
The Coolomancer cantrip called, make cooking noise.
Right?
Yes. Lots of cooking noise.
Summon
so
crockery.
she's stormed off. Summon crockeries. So that's what Twiggy's done.
All right, so Twiggy's off doing cooking prep.
Twiggy. Yep.
And anyone else? I assume Ace is still sitting there trying to identify all of the things.
Yep, just
Still sitting there identifying things.
Just
And I'm
going
still
through
sitting here in his head watching
How much
him
time do you have
identify.
left?
Well, let's get back to this list because technically I made it to the potion of healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, I already lost count. 1, 2,
Every
3,
5 is
4,
basically an hour.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 more things, so I've basically got 3 more hours left
Okay.
to identify.
And you intend to just power through and then take a short
Till
nap
1
and
in
then
the
count
morning.
that as a long rest by 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now seems like a perfect time to interrupt him.
Totally. 100%.
All right.
Just sitting there counting on his fingers. Just like, I think he said 11 minutes. So every 1 minute I count, I put up a finger. Just wait until I get to the 10th one, and you're good, Gray.
When you run out, when you run out of fingers, run around the corner and chuck a rock at him.
So, Cassidius, do you have a moment?
I'm ignoring him. I'm powering through.
Okay.
Guess that's a no.
Ataya, do you have a moment?
I smack him in the back of the head.
Okay. Cassidius, make a concentration check.
Yep, I was just about to roll one. I do have advantage on it.
Smart man.
On concentrating. I can't imagine why.
Ooh.
That's when things catch
19.
fire. You can
19 definitely passes. Your ritual is paused, and you have maintained concentration.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
trying to get this done. I have 3 hours to go. Can this not wait?
It could, but I'd rather do
Wonderful.
it right now.
And I would rather not.
Well, you can either choose to listen to me or not listen to me. I'm going to say my piece real quickly. What you did was foolish. That man was evil. We don't know much about him. And tactically, he now knows where we are. And if he has any type of knowledge of reinforcements or any type of military training, he now understands exactly how to get in our base and destroy us at any point. And we have no reinforcements at all here.
As nice as I can say this, I'd like to point out I wasn't the one that invited him into the base. Nor did I invite
Acknowledged.
him here, to be honest. I just reached out to him. He's the one that found us one way or another without any information. Found us and was invited to the inside, not by my own decision. I was basically awakened from doing this exact task in order to meet him. Any one of you could have turned him down and said, hey, he'll meet you at a certain time and place, and he would never have come inside.
That is true. But don't you think you maybe should have notified us that you were doing this?
Again, the idea was I could reach out. I told him to leave a note somewhere. It wasn't going to be a face-to-face. It wasn't going to be a discussion between anybody. All it was a, hey, I'd like to possibly talk to you in order to figure out some information that we are missing. It wasn't meant to be this whole alliance thing. Now, did it become that? Unfortunately, yes. And I had to, on the spot, figure out how to direct the conversation and to go from there.
Was it known who the Sons of the Dragon aligned with? Like, was it even known that they were? Was,
You faded out. Was it
cut
known
out
that
a
they
little
were
bit.
what?
was it known that they were allied with a black dragon, or was it known that they were an evil organization to begin with?
It was
Or-
literally only known
Yes.
that they were a gang in Eastgate that claims to have draconic lineage.
Nor do
Right.
we know anything about the dragons of the Hegrillan Empire.
We
Like-
know they were black dragons.
Oh, did
do
we?
know that,
Okay,
right?
that's what I couldn't remember.
We
Yeah.
know that
Well, we know that this
we know
one-
that the dragon here was a black dragon.
Right.
You had read a book that said that there were other dragons in other fortresses that weren't necessarily black dragons.
Right, and not all dragons are necessarily evil. So, you didn't necessarily know that you were reaching out to people allied with an evil dragon. So, I was
To
just
a
getting all
degree,
that straight in my head.
So
I mean, to be fair, you still don't know whether or not he's aligned with an evil dragon, aside from the name that he claims. You haven't
Right.
seen a dragon.
yeah, he could just be bullshitting, saying that he's in some form of alliance. Like, he could be saying that he's a descendant and not actually be the descendant.
But we do know that he's evil, because I told you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know the evil
That
part.
much you
That's for
do
sure.
know. That much we have ascertained.
To be fair, also remember that the evil alignment does not mean diabolical in nature.
Right.
It means
Well,
effectively self-interested.
Right. As I said, like, that doesn't necessarily mean he can't be trusted to deal with a mutual adversary. That's why I said it the way I said it last time.
Yep.
This means he doesn't actually care about you.
There
I
was
mean, he might,
a statement made
If caring
earlier.
about if caring
That's
about
true.
Cassidius is in his own best interests, then he
Right.
will care about Cassidius.
He
De
just doesn't
facto of it's in
for
his
your
own
own
best
sake.
interests. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was
Anyway.
there was a statement made that I was laughing at at the last one. You know, the friend of a friend. Give me the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I laugh at that every time I hear that line.
I mean, arguably, and again, there you can go months debating the pros and cons of the D&D alignment system. Arguably, the depending on what system you use, lawful, neutral, and chaotic don't even mean lawful, neutral, or chaotic vis-a-vis if you follow a code of laws that isn't the laws of the land you're in, you are not lawful. And are acting inherently against those laws, you are in fact acting chaotically. Even though you're following a specific set of orders that you always, like a specific
Right,
set
so
of
it's
protocols that you always
complicated.
follow.
Right.
In addition, the good, neutral, chaotic, the good, neutral, evil system is best described as altruistic, non-maladjusted, and maladjusted.
Right.
Like, there's a whole lot of play in there, right? So,
Right. So it's
Oh,
not
I
like
actually played a game
automatically.
I had played in a game just recently that used that as their alignment system. Actually,
Nice.
they didn't use good, evil, lawful, anything like that. It was literally you were on a scale of altruistic to maladjusted. It might have been a slightly different word there, but
Right.
it basically meant the same thing. And you slid across it based on your answers.
right.
Yeah.
I've also seen the good evil part of the alignment spectrum replaced with scrupulous unscrupulous. Is
Right.
another good way to put it. So I mean, it depends.
Right.
So
Selfish, selfless.
just keep in
Whatever.
mind that a reading of evil does not mean mustache twirling, and it does not necessarily
Right.
mean diabolical.
Doesn't automatically mean the bad guy. Yeah. Just
Right. It inherently means it's to some degree self-serving, and that's about it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take us into theory. I just wanted to.
Nope. It's these
clarify
are important things to
what we should
clarify
know.
because
Right.
they come up, and
Right.
you will be surprised how frequently game mistakes
Or
are made.
misused.
Exactly. So that's why it
Yeah.
was good to take a minute and just make sure we all understood the system that I'm currently
How
using.
you're using this,
Yeah.
the words. Yeah.
Currently may change
Currently.
in another campaign. Currently, yes.
Yep.
So,
Everybody looks at that. Literally, every person looks at that system and goes, "And this is how I see it."
yeah.
It is what it is.
That might be something to add to the future list of session 0 questions.
Yeah. How does your alignment work? Very well. Thanks for asking.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. You guys were arguing. I'm quietly in
Yes,
Captain's
please,
head.
please continue your argument.
Okay. Sorry about that. There
I'm
was
being-
something going on outside.
That's okay.
So,
We distracted.
okay. So I'm sorry. I missed what you had said, Ace.
He was basically commenting that he had set up a situation where the person would never come here to discuss it with him in person. The person managed to figure out where they were without being given any specific information about location, and someone else invited the gentleman in while Ace was busy with other tasks and not even aware that he was at the residence until he was in front of him.
He said you're the one that let him in.
I didn't say he was the one. I don't know who let him in.
Right.
All I know is I opened my eyes and was
Actually-
staring at the individual.
Yeah, I actually don't remember who let him in.
I remember who let him in.
I remember. Ace remembers who let him in.
I remember who let him in.
I know it wasn't
and, yeah.
me. I lived in Ace's house.
I honestly,
Okay.
FCG Lost doesn't really remember who let him in, but I think it might have been me. But I'm not there in the room, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, yeah. I was
doesn't
gonna say. I think it was Twiggy that let him in, technically, but
It
Technically.
was.
Nope.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
think so.
so.
I'm not
No,
supposed to
it
win the
wasn't
argument.
Twiggy
So,
who let him in.
oh, it wasn't. No, I came up
what
behind
happens
you,
when
and you were
such
reading the
things
letter.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
it was you.
I know we were both at the door.
Because literally at that point in time, I looked at this going, I'm not going to say no to this guy because you literally tried to talk to him. So you're about to have this conversation, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to go figure out what you were thinking.
Yup.
Because
That's
one
right.
way or another, this conversation's happening. And it's just, if I say no now, he comes back later with his boys and we have to deal with the problem.
That's right.
I enjoyed it.
Sorry, it was a really busy weekend for me.
Okay.
and-
Well, I don't know that in game either because I was in the room here with Gas.
Yeah, I think I was
Well, I
actually,
don't actually know them.
at the door.
Yep.
Okay.
So, okay, picking up. No, all valid points. I will acknowledge that. But you do understand the situation we are in, right?
I do, and it is of my interest to try to figure out how to dig ourselves out of this hole. But for
Okay.
now, we are stuck, and until we can get Sparkle Hands to come fix up the place, I mean, we're currently sitting here, and that's why I offered the Alliance instead of offering absolutely nothing, in order to hopefully buy us some time to put up some good defenses and figure our way out of this.
Okay, valid points once again. But you understand tactically where I am coming from, correct?
I do.
Where you made a mistake. If he had not come here as a friend, we would all be dead now.
I do not disagree.
Okay. So we understand each other. And you know about all the book stuff and these magic items. I know
Correct.
about military.
And I will never debate that.
So if you have one of those ideas, let us know.
You just hear Luther from the corner say, I wouldn't take that bet. Cass will find a way to debate everything.
Okay, so side point, just because this is also partially Ace, I took a thing for like it's like a what type of person you are,
Uh-huh.
and it has a bunch of like titles, like there's like industrialist, blah blah blah. Mine is literally the debater, and I was
Nice.
like, this fits me perfectly.
You're
As
right.
Ace or as Cass?
Yes.
But as yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Okay.
But I was like, this fits me perfectly. Sorry, that you saying he'll find a way of debating really strung that. I thought that was hilarious. But
Yeah, like literally, I'm moving Luther back and forth because Luther is literally pacing right now.
I know that.
I saw that.
And like as you said that, he's literally just walking back and forth. You heard him say that, like as he's walking back and forth.
I will leave the militaristic parts to you, and if I choose to make a decision that I believe will affect the party, I will make sure to clarify it.
I can accept that. Just like I said at the Smith's location, at the Smith's house. I'm not going to drag you guys into something because my oath to my order is a very specific oath, and I am going to die trying to fulfill that oath.
What
But I'm
is
not
your
going-
oath?
In a very compressed nutshell, to destroy the demons.
As I would. What is. I don't want compressed. What are your tenets? Do you have tenets?
I do.
Does
I would,
Gray have tenets?
Vanweth has more tenants than Gray does.
That's
Yeah.
Actually, that's not
This is
true.
true.
That is 100% not true. Good
Gray-
men have no need for rules. Do not ask Gray and I why we have so many.
But on a legit note, like, do you have Ven's tenets or no?
out of character, no, I have not
Okay.
went the full thing. But it's
Okay.
pretty typical lawful good alignment stuff.
Okay.
If
I
if he
will-
if he makes it through the next fight, he'll worry about writing those. Once we
Yeah.
get to tier two,
Yeah.
once we get to tier 2, the characters have
All
lived
right.
long enough to get fleshed out.
So, I appreciate this conversation. It has rounded us off wonderfully. I need to get back to this. Are we
Sure.
cool?
We are good.
Fantastic. And I will go, just leaving it off on that, back in.
Okay.
Or banging
He is-
from the kitchen.
Cass is aggravated, trying just to get his work done, and it's probably showing in his mood. He is very flustered. He wasn't
I have
expecting that
no
to happen.
idea why.
He was not expecting that to happen and is now understanding he put people at risk, but at the same time going, technically it wasn't my fault, but I guess I'll take the blame type of situation.
Do I perceive that he's flustered?
He is.
It's pretty apparent,
It's-
I
Yeah,
would say.
his social skills aren't that high. He is obviously agitated. It could be because the stone floor is hard. It could be because he didn't realize when he started doing the identifications that it was going to be 4.5 hours of identifications, and now he's stuck
was
there
being
until he's
interrupted.
done. It could be because his plan failed. It could be because the dude showed up. It could be because you wanted to talk to him while he was doing something else. It could be any and all of those added together.
Okay.
In general,
Be
you
my
know
fault,
he's
but-
agitated.
It could be my fault, but it's not. I'm actually going
Yeah.
to.
Adaya could be needling him about something in his head while he's trying to get work done because you don't know
I'm
how that
actually
works.
not, though. I'm actually trying to put the imagery back into his head of calming and refocusing imageries
Okay.
and sounds into his head.
That's good to know. Make a
Not enough to
persuasion
make him
check.
fall asleep. Make a persuasion check.
A Dia ASMR. There you go.
I mean,
Luther,
it's
I'm-
literally my job.
I apologize if that was overstepping my bounds. You've known him far longer than I have. But he needs to understand he put all of us at risk right there.
No, I completely understand. I would prefer to have not had that conversation here. I would have rather have had that conversation somewhere like offhand or some other place that's not here. But I also did not see a way of having that conversation now that he showed up without immediately putting him, for lack of a better word, having him put his finger on the trigger. Because we don't know him, and I don't trust people to react so nice in this place. Let's put it that way. They have a lot of people they don't like, and the first answer with a gang more often than not is, I don't like you, so let's just kill you so I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yes.
And I'd rather that not be us on that receiving end. So yes, no, I understand you had to have the conversation, and well, I'm gonna have a conversation with him when he's finished. Mine will be a little bit shorter and sweeter, I think.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there is no hard feelings between us because of that.
No. No, you are fine.
Okay.
All right. So,
Twiggy's still angry. There's pots and pans banging going on.
does anyone else have anything they want to get accomplished?
Does anybody
During the
else want
night.
to yell at me?
I mean, you've been yelled at by pretty much all three of us already.
At
It's
this
just,
No,
point,
Twiggy
yeah.
acknowledges she's done the yelling. She's now just getting over the angry pot, hence the baking that's going on in the other room.
Ironically, the person that's normally up on him for not doing enough is the one person that isn't yelling at him right now.
This is giving you a hard time right now.
She's like, no,
Yep.
no, this is fine. I would have done that too. You're all right.
I take up a station somewhere
Okay.
out of the way of Twiggy.
Do you go into the kitchen and see what's going on, or do you just stay out of the way entirely?
I'm there just kind of hanging out, watching.
I know
See-
that this will require a natural 20 on your part, but please give me an arcane check.
I failed. Oh,
I know.
should go first.
I mean, it is mildly possible that you could pass this. And you were one die facet away from passing it.
Dang, I thought he had it for a second there.
All right, but if you're in the room and if you're in the line of sight, it's like Twiggy's going to come up to you with very odd ingredients at some point and like go, this one or this one. And like in one hand is a bit of kind of quasi-dried herbs, and it might be rosemary, it might be something else. And this one has like a lettuce leaf. Like, which one? You think? Two symmetries? What you smell?
I point at the one in her right hand. That one?
Okay, I trust you. Okay, we're doing this one. I'm going for it. Yes. Okay.
Cooking's really not my forte, Twiggy. You...
No, but you're a paladin. It's okay. I actually we're trying something new. It's okay. I think the captain would have been like this one. Probably would have been good, but we're gonna give it a go. Here we go. And I get this giant hamper basket. Like I had to drag the thing up and like put it up there. Like we're gonna make a thing. Yes. In the morning we do it. It'll be good. Yes.
Okay. I'm.
She's-
Facial expressions are obviously confused and somewhat terrified.
Come here. Come here. I'm actually going to put spoon into your hand and set you to stirring this giant pot. It smells slightly acidic, but it's got undertones of lots of different herbs in it. It's a relatively clear thing, but it's got tinges of yellow going through. So you're just yes,
So,
stir. Keep the
Greg.
bottom going. Yes.
You believe that what she is working on is because you know this is how she preps her spells. They're prepped in advance, and then another person, or herself activates them. You believe that the spell she is working on is a conjuration spell, but you're unable to determine what spell it is.
Okay. I stir and just kind of,
Okay.
you know. But I think Cassidius understands what he did now. I just had a discussion with him.
He wrote a letter. He didn't tell us he wrote the letter. I would think, hey, we have to go find somebody to ask questions of. We have to go find people who know more about us. We know about here, so we can find out things. Hey, look, crazy map out of your pocket. Hey, look, crazy bag in your pocket. What else he's got in pockets? He's got lots of pockets. He's a good boy. But he's too smart. He's so smart, he's gonna get himself hurt. And that makes me worry. We've had too many that were too smart, and they're already gone. Like, Twiggy just comes over and she puts her head on your armored shoulder, and she's just sad for a minute.
Yeah, I don't think poorly of him, but I think Cassidius has led a sheltered life in some respects. Even more sheltered than me in a paladin's order.
As everybody starts nodding at the statement.
Yeah.
When I came through this order, we both had our own sets of boo-boos of things to come through it. And trying to do better with all of the different scars on the outside and the inside, we're doing them.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Cassidius get his own set of scars.
Unfortunately, I think we're all going to end up with more scars before this is all over.
Let's aim for no more colanders out of breastplates, okay?
I can't promise anything. It's kind of an occupational hazard.
All right. Is there anyone trying to go to sleep before Cassidius finishes his inventory, or is everybody waiting up to see what he gets?
I think this cooking project is going to have me waiting up as light as he is going to be, because it's a bit. And if Van is going to be here with me, he's just going to keep stirring that pot while I skitter around and chop things up and throw things in the pot.
So what you're trying to say is if Van stays in the kitchen, Van might lose the armor that he's wearing just because it might melt.
He trusts the Twiggy.
Good thing we got magical armor coming up.
Many.
Good thing,
Goodness.
you know, that Cass is not in the kitchen because Cass is already afraid of plants. Just imagine what would happen if she started melting the pots and pans.
This particular
looks at
cauldron
Cass and
is
goes,
my
"It's
giant
food."
leather one, okay? There
This
is, in
could have
fact,
been you.
just a giant, and I have to keep pouring more liquid in as things keep reducing to make sure nothing scorches.
But yes, I would stay in the kitchen.
Okay.
Not the first time he's pulled KP duty with Twiggy.
It is
Wouldn't be the first time I gave people food poisoning.
a little bit before 1 o'clock in the morning. Twiggy's preparations have been done for about a half hour, and Cassidius has just finished going through the list.
Okay. We're done with this. It's packed. We'll wait before we go to someplace else with some more lights, some more space. I go check on Cass. And he'll be down, and then we go to bed. We're gonna need some sleeps. Gonna need lots of sleeps. I will take a small plate of cookies. They've got the last of the jam inside them, so they're just little sandwich cookies. And then just go over to the door of the closet that we found and knock, tick, 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 tick. I'm gonna peek in the door.
So I believe. Am I in the closet or am I in here?
No, you're in there. You're in the
Okay.
main room.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay, whatever.
You-
I thought he was
you-
actually in the closet with all the items.
That's
and
what I
then
thought. I was like,
No,
I thought we
everything
moved
got-
everything in.
Everything
Okay.
got pulled out so that you could.
Gotcha. Then I would have done that at the
inventory
doorway of this
Yeah,
room.
and that's why I was catching, because I was like, I think if you're trying to get to me, I'm not there.
Where even am I right now? There I am. Thank you so much.
So I'll be like,
And come in the
At that-
door.
as soon as I finish, like I am like laying back on the stone floor, just like
You're
hands
exhausted.
on my eyes.
Okay.
My eyes are burning.
You have just spent a marathon session of 4 hours channeling ritual magic.
Gotcha.
Which 4 hours of studying is nothing.
Right.
Right.
4 hours of constantly casting ritual magic
And
I'm
getting
tired.
kicked in the back of the head.
and being smacked and being interrupted and all
And
the
yelled at and
aggravation and
everything.
all that. It's just I am exhausted.
Gotcha. So you're slumped over on the floor and stuff, and Twiggy comes up to you, and she's got a small plate. It's got like 5 or 6 cookies on it, and she's got a small cup of juice and things. You're going, "You okay? You want the sleeps?
Yeah, I'm okay.
How's your tummy? Empty?
When is the last time I've eaten? I'm probably starving at
Yeah.
this point too.
Yeah,
Dinner?
it's probably.
This is here because I've got it's a bit of sugar, it's a bit of carbs.
7:36 in the evening.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I put it.
I'm just like, as soon as you're like, how's your tummy? I like move my hand out of one of my eyes and look. Is that food?
I got some sweets and some good clean juices. They're good.
And I will, as he sits up. Thank you.
You eat, and then we put you to bed, and then you do the sleeps.
Hey,
Hmm.
And I'll look. Is Luther still in the room?
Yes, Luther
Yes.
is
Are you
actually
just like
at the
staring at
desk.
me?
No, he's sitting at the desk reading something.
Okay, I will reach out and grab the terracotta jug,
Okay.
and I will hold it out to Twiggy.
Uh,
Here you go. I think you'll enjoy this. Do you
Okay.
like mayonnaise?
Ooh.
It's a goofy
Eggy
question,
sauce?
but I know
this
exactly
point, you
why he
literally
asked it.
see turn.
I am specifically trying to be quiet enough that this is a conversation between me and Twiggy. I will roll for it if
Okay.
I have to.
No,
But
you're fine.
this is specifically, I'm trying to, like, because I would have looked over my shoulder, looked to see if Luther was paying attention, and that's when I would have tried to just give her this without having to go through the whole, like, here's our loot pile, who gets what type of thing. I'm trying to
Right.
almost be like, here, in offering, peace offering cookies, and then peace offering mayonnaise jug.
Mayonnaise jug.
So I will
Ooh.
hand her the alchemy jug.
It's already on her card.
Cool. You'll have to tell me what it does later, but first you sleep.
I will actually pull out a little
Basically,
a note card. Yeah, I basically, as I've done these, I've quickly jotted down on a small little piece of paper like what I've figured out, and I will pass you the note card.
Which means you can check the entry on your character.
I will. We can talk about the rest of these maybe tomorrow morning, but I
so
think
nothing,
that
nothing
one,
dangerous, nothing go boom, nothing we
No.
need to get rid of it right now.
as far as I can tell, absolutely no. If anything, this will probably help stop things from going boom with what it can create.
Yes, this is nice. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, eat,
And
then
I will-
sleeps.
I will eat the cookies and then find my
Luther,
way to a nap.
you sleeps too. We got big day
Actual bed
tomorrow.
of some kind.
You okay, Luther?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You going to do the sleeps?
Yep, I will.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's
DM.
actually a Morden distracted at the moment with something, not a Luther distracted at the moment with something, if I'm
Quite
correct.
possibly.
So don't worry about it.
Tomorrow.
DM, got a question.
Yep.
So, Sparkle Hands found this down here, right?
Yes.
Did Sparkle Hands find this?
She would have, even though I missed it. So assume that the loot was between the two.
Okay. So what I will do is, I'm assuming I now, like, she kind of probably explained how to open and close this door.
Yeah. You guys.
Is there
you guys
a
know where
is
the
it
two
a
levers
is there an
are.
inside lever as well?
Yes, on both of them.
Okay. I will move cushions into there,
Okay.
and I will shut myself in.
Okay.
All right. I want you to go to bed. And a big day tomorrow. Okay, good night. Sleep sweets.
Good night.
Okay. In the middle of the night, Cass, roll
Because
a
sleep can't happen.
because sleep can't happen.
Because I'm not allowed.
Roll a d20 for me.
Just a regular D20.
Just a regular
Nothing.
d20. Okay.
Oh, that was almost so good.
Almost.
Okay. At some point in the middle of the night, no, you know exactly when it is. Oh, I hate your. I hate
What
your
time?
ability.
Give me the time.
Because somehow, when you wake up in the middle of a stone room with no
With-
windows,
with no
you
light
somehow
at
what
all.
time it
know
is.
how long it is until morning.
It's a weird instinct.
It is about an hour before dawn.
Okay.
You wake up, not sure why. You sneak out of your secret room, and head up to the stairs directly above it to go into the washroom just to like splash some water on your face.
Okay.
You know, after drawing the water out of the pitcher into a basin, you look at the mirror and Your face appears normal, with the exception that your eyes are entirely black, glossy, and lidless.
Wonderful.
Like no whites, just blacks.
No whites, just
like
blacks.
a doll will be.
Yes, little beady doll
What-
eyes, which isn't
What
at
do
all creepy.
I see?
Can I?
You immediately. What were you going to say, Ace?
Well, this is. I want to see if I can put two and two together, but go ahead and
Okay.
do hers.
Well, I'm going to get back to her in a second. So you can ask a question, or I'm going to say the next thing I'm going to say.
Do they look like something I have that are now in my eyes? Does it look like the little black bead is in my eyes, or do I just have blackened eyes?
It looks similar.
Okay.
You begin to go, huh. And as you try to say, huh, staring at the mirror, you notice a cloud of a green vapor escapes from your mouth.
Huh.
You then scream and bolt upright in bed. That was all a dream.
So why you didn't answer me right away? Got
Correct.
it. Okay.
So now, nope, you're fine. You're fine. You run upstairs to the bathroom real quick. You look in the mirror. Your eyes are normal.
Did he scream in the dream, or did he scream him like out loud?
It's little column A, little column B, but he was inside of a stone room, so you probably wouldn't have heard it.
Wait, did I do that? Because if I did that, I would have known, right?
No, you
Okay,
you just
it was
know
one
that he
thing.
just bolted back to consciousness. You're not attached to his
I don't
subconscious.
see his dreams.
So you
right.
don't see his dreams.
But
Except for when you
except for
caused
when
them,
I put
and this
them
wasn't
there, yes.
and this wasn't one of those.
Clarify.
I'm gonna roll a. Now this is, I guess with disadvantage and through walls and everything else like that to see if I hear him with a perception check.
No, because you're like through 4 stone walls and 2 doors. You're
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know who
I
gets
would
both
officially be like,
right.
Twiggy's room is the pantry, so.
exactly. You have already declared you're
We're
sleeping in the
basically on-
pantry. He's
We're basically
he's
on
sleeping up
opposite
there.
sides of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opposite sides of the house. You'd have to go through 3 turns, 2 wooden doors, and a stone door around a fire hearth, which is probably still crackling. So yeah, I'm just going to say no.
Okay. So then, Ace, in your head, what's wrong, Cassidy?
Before you answer that question, I will give you choice.
Love Ace's face right now.
He's like, what are you doing to me? I will give you choice of making either a constitution, an intelligence, or a willpower save to have been able to salvage your long rest without being so disturbed that you are unable to recover your spell slots. The difficulty is 12.
I'm gonna do Constitution since I have advantage on all Constitutions.
There's no way for me to boost his check, is there?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, 22.
22. You're fine.
Shakes it off. He rubs some dirt in it.
Ace was
No,
looking at me
this-
like, oh, you son of a, don't make me not have my spell slots.
I was about to say, no, I've been needing
About to be
this.
really mad.
Nothing, but I just bad dream.
I'm just gonna make a not so random perception check just to make sure I don't sense anything
Okay.
nearby.
No, you detect nothing in the area that's different than normal.
There's nothing here, Cassidius. Go back to sleep.
Can
I'm not sure I want to.
do you sleep?
No. But can I, if he's asleep, can I see or hear anything? Can I still perceive?
I mean, you can if you're not in his head.
Can I
That is.
can I sleep alone for the next hour?
Well, I was hoping not to be visible and hear, perceptive capabilities of recent visitors here, but if
Then-
you wish.
No, don't worry about it, and I'll just head back to the room and
Okay.
go to sleep.
But I can, like, pull back, right? And, like...
Yeah.
I mean, because I kind of have control over how much of interact.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you can also not be in his head.
Not really be there. I can kind
Right.
of, like, back out, close,
Basic-
like, to the astral
basically-
plane, or...
Basically, your Asimar is your planar conduit to get from the celestial plane to the material plane.
Can I?
How much
tell-
longer is it till the end of rest?
I mean, probably about an hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
It's an hour and 27 minutes and 53 seconds.
Yeah.
I can withdraw.
Oddly specific.
I will withdraw the other direction for an hour.
Thank you.
Right.
Can I tell if she leaves? Like, do I feel?
No.
Not
something
really.
different?
Not really.
Okay. Then
Um,
I just go to bed.
But you also know that she does not lie. So
Okay. Then in that case,
Yes, I have never actually lied.
Then I will once I'll give it like 5 minutes to give her some packing time and to
okay.
get out. But then before I go to bed, I would like to pull out the focus.
Okay.
The Furcus.
All right. So you pull out your dragon focus.
I pull out my Furcus.
That's already a thing, and the
Yes.
campaign hasn't even started.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it hasn't even
Oh, that
started.
is such a thing.
The focus, does it look different? Do I feel a different pull from it? Can I make some kind of, like, can I see if I react differently to it?
You study it. You think at it. You try to pull magic out of it. Put cantrips into it. You try to re-identify it. You try everything you can think of, and you're not getting any different response at the moment.
All right, then I'm going back to bed.
Okay.
The last little bit of rest.
Okay. And then you get all your spell slots. Yay.
I got all my spell slots too. Oh wait.
And it is morning. Officially this time.
Yay, morning.
Wake up, Cassidius.
Twiggy is knocking on doors. Morning! Hello, wakey wakey. No time for breakfast here. Have a hot pocket. Here we go.
Hot pocket.
It's a little pastry. It's like a croissant, but it's stuffed. But it's a little warm. But yeah, take, eat. Come. Busy. Let's go.
Mm. All right, where are we going?
Here, I need you to hold this. And I've got two rather large hampers full of something, and I need them carried because we got to go back to Fountain View.
I will look towards Luther, and I will look towards Venwith, and I will look back at you, Tweety. Why are you asking the weakest one here to carry two heavy things?
Because if your hands are full, you're not going to do something else.
I'll put both hands on my half-eaten hot pocket.
Wait, has it been an hour and a half? Did I...
Yeah, you're pretty much just coming back now, just hearing that
Okay.
line. Because I'm not going to make you miss it.
Thank you.
Cassidius, I believe the last time me and you had an arm wrestling contest, it was a draw. Just
Oh,
saying.
Oh,
You two can
on
carry
that
this one.
note.
I got. Look, Like I got that thing. I can
How
carry
much-
one myself now. Yay!
Do we have like maybe like 5 minutes before we run out?
Yeah.
Well, we have all the
Wha-
stuff. I stayed up till the crack
Oh,
of
no,
dawn
that's
to
smart.
look at.
No, you're smart. No.
I'd like
I'm
to-
just
I'd like to-
excited.
Okay.
That's okay.
So,
No, you're smart. We do that first.
now let me be
Twiggy will
excited.
go over to the table and sit down and sit on her hand so she stops trying to take over everything.
All right. So,
Cassidius
We've
takes
got cool
over the
stuff.
world.
all right. So,
You
I
had me at
think
stuff.
I
Stop.
think- I'm gonna take. So it's a pair of short leather boots covered in question marks. I'm gonna throw them at Luther.
It's actually covered in question marks.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
actually tooled leather. They're actually tooled question marks
Okie
into the leather.
dokie.
So I will toss those. These should help make it harder for you to be found, or to be specifically. It makes it harder for someone to know that it's you.
All right, I'm going to pull up
It kind of makes
character
your,
cards so I can
makes your-
throw stuff onto them real quick.
It makes your footprints look not like yours.
That's so weird.
If you choose. I mean, you could choose to make it your own, or you
Cool.
can
I'm
make
gonna-
it choose.
I'm just gonna have to make my footprints always look like yours, Cass.
Lovely. We got another one of these, and I'll hold up gauntlets that look exactly like the ones we gave Twiggy before. Who else did we decide would benefit from this? I believe you, then, right?
No.
Oh,
No, I think Miss
You.
Hadaya said they could help her just a sneaky bit.
Yeah.
I will not. I do not need these.
Basically, the people who would have the most benefit that I remembered last time was me, you, and Twiggy.
Okay,
So,
so do you want these then, or do you want Adaya to have them? I will not
I
take.
don't. I mean, if Adaya wants them, she can have them. I don't need that much stronger. I'd rather poke people between their armor than try and bust through it.
Adaya, would you like these? I will say kind of out loud, but also in my head.
I will use them.
All right, so she'll use them, so I'll
Okay.
put them in the bag until she comes out next. So I'll keep a hold of those in the bag of holding.
Yep.
I have a question about my alchemy
Yes.
jug.
Okay.
Can I have it make fruit juice? Not on the list. It lists wine. I guess I could just say really, really weak line.
That would actually list
I'm-
specific
Could,
things.
could
Going-
we hire an artificer to try to tweak the magic item?
That is a possibility. At the
Okay,
moment,
no
I
problem.
would say it cannot. A high enough level wizard or artificer could maybe remove one item off the list to put something else on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, no problem. I'm just gonna pull it out and then pour myself a small glass of honey.
There you go.
Honestly, it's gonna have thing in it. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm just drinking straight honey out of a glass. It looks weird, but
Hey,
it's okay. I'm playing.
honestly, honey is delicious.
It is
I
not
love
refreshing though.
Not refreshing at all, but like a graham cracker with some peanut butter and some honey on top.
No, and an apple slice.
I'll take that too. All right. Okay, so I will grab this set of plate armor with a rounded helm with a face guard shaped like the face of a dragon. Attached to its side are two horns that curve forwards. The shoulders are fairly squared, short, and huge. They are decorated with a wide piece of thick, black-colored cloth draped over each shoulder plate and hanging over the edges. The upper arms are protected by round, layered metal. Oh, God. You want to help me out with that word? Because I can't say that word. Braces?
Rear brace.
Rear braces. There we go. Which sit nicely.
Brr.
Braces. Which sit nicely under the shoulder plates. The lower arms are covered by van braces, which have a row of long curved spikes on the outer sides. The breastplate is made from many layers of smaller metal pieces, mimicking the scales of a reptile. It covers only the front. The back is where the attachment straps are, and they offer no real protection. The upper legs are covered by pointed, half covering. Second?
Cuses. Cuses is fine.
I was so close. The lower legs are protected by greaves, which have several claw-like barbs in a row on the outer sides. I will hold this, I will whip it
Wait,
around,
does it have sabatons?
and I will hold it out to Gray. Or I will hold it out to Venwith.
Yeah.
I believe this will help.
Ooh, definitely not going to stand out like
Hmm.
sore thumb. Going to stand out like, ooh, look, take me to the prom. Yes.
It is
Actually, I
is-
think he'll stand out less in this
Yes.
area.
It is currently close enough of a size that you can strap it so that it fits, and as you attune to it, it will fit better. But armor being armor, warriors all being roughly the same size. Like, you can put it on now, and over the next hour while you focus on it, it'll just fit better and better until it's correct.
Just feel those straps and armor platings conforming to you.
And what's even better about this isn't just some decorative ornamental thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent an hour and 10 minutes trying to figure this thing out.
Yes,
This
you would
actually
have.
has some type of arcane enchantment that makes it a little bit sturdier, makes it a little just a little bit tougher than your normal steel plate mail.
Vanwith could use as much 30 as he can get.
Yes, we don't need another hole in him.
No more colanders. Colanders are a bad look for you, Vanwith.
I will leave this here for you to decide. Next. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. That's not useful at the moment. That's not useful at the moment. We're not worried about that at the moment. All right, you, and I'll point towards Luther. Well, actually, you, I will point towards Twiggy. Do not take this the wrong way. I know there are some
Luther raises his hand
individuals-
already.
there are some individual. I'm ignoring you. There are some in Cassius actually says, "I'm ignoring you." There are some individuals who prefer a certain type of material when addressing their armor, their clothing, and their weapons of choice. Do you have that form of preference, or do you?
If
Can you
you
use
have
whatever?
things that have been folded too many times by the blacksmith, they make me itchy.
So that's probably not. So that's okay. That's way not. So out of character, DM.
Yeah.
Would I believe that would studded leather? I'm assuming leather she'd be okay with, but I don't know if studded leather does any. Is she restricted from that?
No, she shouldn't be.
Okay. So I will point to both Twiggy and Luther. So there's this, and I will hold out a set of studded leather armor. The hood of the armor drops into a half-face cover resembling a raven. The hood and the shoulders of the armor are covered in a leather tooled to resemble the layers of feathers. The upper arms are covered in blackened studs. The lower arm van braces tooled to resemble the bird's legs. The armor is not skirted, but does have a short rear skirting or tail, also tooled to resemble feathers. So
Interesting.
I think both of you could benefit from this. As far as I am aware, it similar to the plate, and I'll point over to the plate that's in front of Venwith at the moment. Similar to that, the arcane enchantment specifically around this piece of equipment tends to make it even more sturdy than normal. Not necessarily the sturdiest it could possibly be. I feel like there's a couple, I couldn't do it, but I feel like it's missing a couple runes that might help it be even better. But I think this is more than just I think this does better than that when it comes to the enchantment. So I'll let you two pick. I can't use this. I believe you two would be the best to try to figure out who would be best.
At Luther was like, do you want to be a birdie?
Do you want to be a birdie?
Do you? I think
I'm pretty sure if I tried to flap my arms, I wouldn't get off the ground. So
Do you want
not
to be
really.
a birdie? Do you
This
want to
one-
fly away?
This one's very well rooted in the ground. You don't fly in with this one either, but
Haha, rooted.
Twiggy and Luther and also Van Weth, if he decides to give this information, give me a... What attribute does blacksmithing go to when you test it?
Usually, I would say,
Is it strength or con?
like when you're like hammering it,
Yeah.
I would say strength.
All right.
Now, if you're trying to learn,
Because
or
normally a
see
tool
from-
set ties to a specific...
I would say,
attribute.
I think blacksmithing would be strength.
I will allow you to make either strength or con checks. However, in this case, Twiggy, you'd have to use your normal strength, not the strength boosted by the gauntlets.
Okay, well then we're gonna do the con check because
Right.
ability check.
This is to know how
Normal.
good regular armor is, and in this case, you fail.
Okay,
No, mine was
this
a 17.
Yeah, you succeed. Luther fails.
Luther failed.
Luther, you're currently wearing studded leather. He's holding up studded leather. You think that one is probably 5 times better than the other, and you have no information as to why. Twiggy, you know that unless the Dwemer on that armor is really good, it's not going to be better than the half scale you're currently wearing.
Gotcha. Well,
In fact, it is very, very likely to be perfectly comparable. Now, the advantage to that is it has less metal, and it is lighter, thus making you quieter, and it has less metal, and it has a
Looks like a raven.
very specific look, but it's
It
not
has less
your.
metal.
But it has a very specific look. So it's your choice either way.
So are you trying to become a raven tree?
I've heard about partridges in pear trees, but raven in pear trees would be very weird.
Even make a nest in herself? I'm no.
And while you two decide that, then there's one other
Who's
thing
winning?
I'm going to kind of offer that might be a possibility.
The
So
bad guys are at the moment.
this one, and I'll point to the one that's in front of you, gives you a little bit
Getting our
tougher
butts kicked by
uh,
gnolls.
armor. It makes it a little bit harder to hit you. Whereas this one, I will pull out the other armor that we have. It's a set of plate armor with a rounded helm with 2 pointed holes leaving the eyes minimally exposed. Attached to its sides are 2 swept back batwing shaped ornaments. The shoulders are fairly rounded with very, very wide and enormous. They are decorated with intricate gilded design patterns. The upper arms are protected by pointed, half covering, I'm not going to be able to say that word again, rear braces, which sit loosely under the shoulder plates. The lower arms are covered by van braces, which have animal claws attached to the outer sides. The breastplate is made from many layers of smaller metals, mimicking the scales of a reptile. It covers everything from the neck down, ending at the groin, but the sides below the armpits are somewhat exposed. The upper legs are covered with a pointed, fully covering cuirasses, or cuirass? How'd you say that word?
Cuirass.
Thank you. Cuirass. The lower legs are protected by greaves, which may have many small metal spikes covering the greaves all over. This one protects you. The enchantment to this one is less of protection and more of, if I remember this correctly, it will never rust. It will never look bad. It will always look very presentable.
It'll always be fabulous.
It will always be clean. So, whether you want cleaning armor or you want protective armor, I think these two, I don't think any of us outside of you and maybe Adaya would get any benefit from these types of armors.
Wait, Adaya wears armor?
She
I
can.
can.
Interesting. I just thought
So-
she showed up, smashed things, and left, and didn't have to worry about that stuff.
If you smash it good enough, you don't need to worry about armor.
So do you want to look
Fair.
like an animal or do you want to look like a dragon?
Technically, they're both animals.
Technically, a dragon is not a beast. Technically, a dragon is its own type of...
Right, but You said animals. Animals don't just cover beasts.
Smack you. Other than that, I think that's all that's really going to help at this moment. We can kind of go through the rest of the items at a separate time. But I think for now, before we go to do whatever we're going to do, I believe that's the main importance. Nobody uses arrows, right? No, I haven't seen anyone use a bow or a crossbow or anything, right?
In this party, you have not. You have seen
Okay.
someone in this town that does.
Okay.
If you're actually
It's one of
asking
the
that,
Fantastic Five. I
He
know
is.
I've
Yes,
been
I am saying that out loud.
I've been trained with almost every martial weapon there is. I
Do you feel
could
like
use
you
it, but
might use a bow anytime soon? Do you even have a bow to use?
I do not.
Do you find yourself possibly use? So I have these, and I hold up 3 arrows that look extremely like the tip is big. They look very tip heavy. An incredibly dense gray metal, fletching is brown and white striped. These
The dip.
are doing
Sorry.
like these will pack a wallop.
Specifically.
Very, very specifically, they will pack a wallop.
I could use them, but it's probably not best in my hands at the moment.
They're mostly used for my studies to knock down opponents.
I mean, I need to go to the Fountain View, and I need to go for some trading. If it is a nice little, hey, excuse me, I'd like to trade kind of thing, because we won't miss it, but they could use it because they have an archer. We could just take it for that.
True, we could do that. If no one here is going to use it, we might as well do that and boost some.
Relations.
Yes, thank you. Couldn't think of the word. Not
Yeah,
used to that word.
Definitely wouldn't hurt to try to make up for setting your base
All
on
right,
fire.
let's do that. We need a red flag. I will look around for anything that I can use as a red flag.
Luther's gonna
There
walk
are a
into the
number
room
of
he was
red
using.
pillows in the room, and you just kind of like walk up to one and you go, ha, and rip it to pieces.
Oh yeah, I just shik. Take a dagger to it, cut it free, attach it to a stick or something. All right, we have our red flag. See, no burning. Red flag.
You would, after you walk in and you come back out, you notice that Luther's holding the wand and is like slowly bending it and stops when you come out with a real red flag.
I will hold out the red flag in my hand. I will trade.
He puts it back. He puts it back in his bag.
All right, so did you two pick between the armor, and Ven, did you pick between your 2 armors? Because we gotta go. This is taking too long.
I have some misgivings about this armor. I want to think about it first.
I mean, he also does have the normal set of plate mail that you bought from
He's already wearing.
the
It's
blacksmith.
not like he's not
so,
wearing armor right now.
So you have plate mail and magical plate mail and magical plate mail. So
Yes. As far as the bird armor goes, I've got the scale. It's about the same as the I've got. I mean, yes, it's leathers and not as much as the metal bits. But Luther, if you want it, it's nice. It's very nice scale. It's a very nice plate. Whatever.
I'll take it.
You take
Luther,
it. Okay.
Luther
You be bird.
grabs it and then walks into his room.
Okay.
And changes into it and comes back out
So
like a couple
Luther
minutes
looks
later.
like a birdie.
Yep.
My menagerie. She grows.
So I will pass. So that you now have.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I like that.
Boop.
I like that a lot.
Boop.
So, second.
Yes.
There's 2 things I personally will be kind of holding on to.
Okay. The scribe's
and I
pen
would
and
like-
what?
So actually, I'm not going to use the scribe's pen. because
Really?
I can already do that
Oh.
with my quill.
All right.
So
Then
I'm
let me
gonna
delete
I
it
am
back off
gonna-
your character sheet.
I am going to pass that one away. It's
Okay.
going to stay in my bag for the moment, like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the big bag. But since I've got the sheet, we're fine. The pipe of smoke monsters.
Okay.
I want to hold on to that because that looks fun.
Sounds like fun.
The other one is the small silver pin.
Okay.
Does the small silver pin or the copper the clockwork amulet, Do
Mhm.
either of those require
No,
Attunement?
Attunement.
they do not require attunement.
Then I will actually put both of those on as well.
Okay. Yeah, you have them. I can't pull them over because I don't have specific
That's fine.
tags for them.
I'll make while
Yeah.
I'm in downtime. I'll make
Okay.
cards for them. But just want to make sure those didn't require attunement because then I'm already at 2
Yep.
slots at the moment.
I will also. Everybody now has this list, so if you or access to the list if you wanted to take a look at it. Okay.
Okay, stuff sussed, right? Sorted, done.
I will shove everything else into the bag of holding, so that way we're holding on to it for the moment.
Stuff
until
is sorted.
until we figure out where it's going.
Yay, sussed.
All right, I will go and pick up one of the hampers. I will. Here, hold on. Let's actually. I want to see. Do I struggle? Heck no, I don't.
No, you
I
got
will
this.
go
Got
pick
this.
this up. Let's go.
Okay. So everybody gets together, closes all their character sheets, and heads out of the base to head towards
Fountain View.
Towards Fountain View. And that is where we're going to be ending our first episode. So,
Yay!
if you're here on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep going. If you're watching this on YouTube, please be a good werewolf.
Werewolf.
Like and subscribe. We record these each Tuesday on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern. We also play another campaign of which Greymane, Ace, and I are players in on Thursdays if you wanted to stop by and watch that one as well. And we have random one-shots that we do on Saturdays. So if you're able to stop by and say hi, we'd appreciate it. Let me know that you saw the show on YouTube first. Other than that, I would like to thank my lovely, lovely players, Lost Without a Trace, Scorched Ace 97, Ari Cypress Everly, Greymane Gaming, and Morton56 for their wonderful character play tonight. And that is going to be the end for this episode. If you're here on Twitch, stick around because we're going to go into Chapter 2. If you are watching this on YouTube, then we're going to give you Crazy Waves, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Bye!